Genesis chapter 25 verse 29. And Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called. So someone who went out to hustle. Don't forget that it was recorded that Jacob is the one that usually stay indoor. He was the one that usually stay indoor. He doesn't go out. He's a man of the tent. But Esau is the hustler, the one that goes. So how come someone who went out? I thought he's the one who is supposed to have resources, who is supposed to have food. But God so made sure that tithes turned against him. So now in Malachi, when God said, in that Malachi chapter 3, where God said, I hated Esau, and I laid his mountains and his heritage waste. So it was God actually working in the background to make sure that Esau was unlucky that day. Because the Bible recorded that he came from the field, where he went to. What did he went to do in the field? We know that he's an hunter, so he went to hunt for animals. He came from the field. So that day he went out, he didn't see anything. Do you understand what is happening here? It's like you that you are the one who people see as the lazy type. You don't go out, you stay indoor all day, you don't do anything. But your brother, there is your brother who is yours, like usually go out to work. But this day he went to work, he did not see anything, no money for him. He was broke and he came back hungry. Upon all his hustle that he went out, there was no money for him to buy food to eat. So he still had to come to you that you did not go out to anywhere to get food from you. Can you see how unfair life turned against Esau that day? So and in Malachi, God revealed that it was the one that laid his heritage to waste. That was the first place where Esau sold his birthright. So are you seeing that thing was not just that thing was orchestrated from God, because God already know that Antichrist has already rested on Esau. And Esau cannot have that heritage, he cannot have that blessing, he cannot be the one. So God was already doing things from the. So you now know that all those things that Rebecca did when Isaac wanted to eventually bless Esau and say, go and get me, food, go and hunt, bring me, favorites. And when Rebecca now say, when Rebecca called Jacob and said, quickly go and do this, you will now know that Rebecca was acting on his spiritual intelligence to make sure that blessing does not rest upon Esau. Because let me not jump so that you will understand. Let me not jump. So we are still establishing how that life was unfair to Esau that day. That Esau went out to the field and he did not bring anything, and he was faint, and he had to come and beg the one that did not go out, the one that stayed indoor, for food. And that was where he first sold his birthright. And in verse 33 now, Genesis 25 verse 33. See, he was faint to the extent that, so that place was where they said his name was called Edom, right? I don't want to go into too much detail so that we will not lengthen this teaching. If not, I would have even went into that Edom. And you will see what God, go and read what God said about, what the Bible said about that Edom in Malachi 1 verse 4. She gets, read it and connect it together. So then verse 31 now, Genesis 25 verse 31. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. So Jacob was, when Jacob was saying, give me my your birthright, you would think Jacob is just being selfish. You don't know what is happening in the background. The Christ has to go continue through Jacob. So these people, there is a spiritual warfare. There is a turbulence in the spirit, but the interpretation, human vessels are the ones that bring out the interpretation. So sometimes they just find themselves acting somehow. They may not be able to explain. So it was as though Jacob was just selfish, but no, he was just trying to secure something, to secure the agenda of God continues through him. He now say, sell me today your birthright. And Esau, the guy who is about to die, God so make sure he punish. Maybe he did not go to the field that day. Maybe he would have not been tired to the point of death. But he went to the field. God made sure that he went to the field, and so that he exhausted very well, and there was he couldn't get any animal. Maybe if he had come back with animal that day, this thing would not have happened, because he would have went straight to go and cook, right? And it would have been how do I put it? It would have been all steam. She gets. So and Jacob said, verse 33 now, swear to me this day, and he said unto him, and he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright. So Esau said, I'm about to die. So what's the profit? What profit is the birthright? So God made sure he puts Esau at the point where it's either you release that birthright or you die now. Let's read it. My God. Genesis 25 verse 33. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point of death, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? See, it's easy for you to blame Esau. Now imagine yourself, if they point gun at you and they said, release your car, or they say, okay, let's say you inherited something from your dad. Maybe you inherited car from your dad, or I don't know, maybe something very special, or maybe gold. Okay, maybe your father is very rich and you inherited gold, and you store it in a vault in a mansion of your dad, and robbers came and they are now threatening either your life or that thing you inherited, the gold. Will you not let go of the gold? So God told me sure he puts Esau in that condition. It's either your life today, something must happen. It's either you die or you release this. Because normally in those days, by reason of being the firstborn, the blessing was supposed to rest on him automatically. See how the devil was trying to get advantage. So it was like, this is the firstborn, let me enter into this, let me rest upon this, so that I will get the blessing automatically. But God was watching and say, you, don't worry, you will meet me there. So the devil thought if the Antichrist spirit rests upon Esau, and then all those blessings would automatically, by the time everything, so it was, but God was working, and a woman who has spiritual intelligence was also in alignment with God. You will see why I kept saying Rebecca had spiritual intelligence. You will see it soon. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. Okay, I'm still repeating that place. I'm about to die. What is the profit? So God put him in that position. Is it that you die or you release your breath right now, man? So is it not that advantage that Jacob had? It was divinely orchestrated from God. So then that was how Esau sold his birthright for pottage, right? Now that one was first gone, 1-0, right? And now they were now expecting that, okay, the blessing will come now. The blessing will come. Now,